Hello everybody, my name is He-Man.
My name's Drew.
TeaDude, aka Timothy. I've denounced Broski. I do not go by that anymore.
I'm Tyler, also known as T-Bone, apparently also known as T-Boner or T-Wiener. I was getting a lot of weird names up there in the tournament.
What?
Who would do that? Looking
Wait,
at
how
you.
they actually did that?
They
Don't let
actually
Sexy
did that.
Daddy
Nuh-uh.
act like he didn't do it.
At the
He totally
tournament?
did it.
He totally did it. Every time you listen, he's on the booth whenever that happens.
That's crazy that they did that. I'm so sorry.
You were right there. You probably told him to do it.
No,
or it could have been you.
Well, that was probably Lillian doing an what's the other topics we got today?
Can you English? So this is the BadFellas podcast number 8. We're on 8 now. Yes. We just had Crit on. So, where do we begin, Drew? Or you want to talk about how our tournament went? Or...
I want to, since we got more time, just go through each match and just discuss how our matches went. Starting with Tyler.
I want you to remember all 10 matches you did, and also all the doubles matches you did.
Oh, no.
You don't have to go super in depth, but
Yeah,
it could lead to.
I was in
other
it for a while,
discussions.
dude. I don't know if you remember.
I don't know if you remember, but I played more games than I did last time, even.
Yeah. Let's see.
You're on round 2 because you got to buy.
Okay.
No, he didn't get it by.
No, he had to play round 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Game 1 was against Maze.
Who dat?
She was Pitt.
That was
Oh yeah.
that was Mystic. That's Jacob's girlfriend.
I fought them too.
She complimented my shirt. It was cool.
You gotta appreciate the compliments, you know.
I got a compliment on my Shaun of the Dead shirt, the last one, by I want to say maybe it was pink. I'm not really sure.
You got red on you.
Yeah. Oh Lord, I'm trying to track down. This is real professional. No.
Oh,
Omni. Oh, Omni. They were a really good inkling. I mean,
Whoa.
Omni. I
That
want to
was
say I know who that is.
that was a stressful match, and I went up against Dinker, my friend Brad. I told him that if he beats me, he will gain my respect but lose our friendship. Anyway.
Who did Brad
Oh,
play?
I know who Omni is. It's one of our friends, Derek.
I beat Dinker. He was Ganondorf. It was pretty stressful because you know that damage output.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went up against Crit, and that's when that was a blow to my confidence for sure. I felt like I was completely outplayed, outclassed. I was just hearing his joystick flicking so fast, and I'm just like, I can't even begin to keep up with this right now. Very good inkling.
Was it 2-0 or 2-1?
He beat me 2-0. It was a clean sweep, but I felt like I did so much worse in my mind than I actually did. I actually rewatched the match the other night, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know I got him to his last stock in one of our matches. That was crazy. I thought he just almost, barely died or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, maybe I'm not giving myself enough credit, but...
Mm-hmm. I mean, he did beat everyone else.
So
That's a spoiler.
You ruined it.
Yeah. Do I even need to go on with this now? Let's see. I went up against Istamo or Istamo. I'm not really sure how you pronounce that name.
Istamo, I think.
Istamo. He was a great Greninja. He started off as Donkey Kong. I took him that match, and then I guess he realized, oh, I need to switch to a lighter character, and he switched to Greninja, and we had a really close match next to. He beat me the first one, and I beat him the second one to close out the set. He was really good, so that's going to be my props, and Timothy also has props to say about him.
Oh, yeah, you faced both of them, him and his brother,
Oh, yeah.
Bean. They went by the name of Beans, in doubles.
Yeah. And if it's, they beat us. I don't want to talk about that. No,
We'll talk about it later.
That was a good... they had a good wholesome thing going on. I really appreciated that. Then I went up against Neospawn. He was a pretty solid wolf. I beat him.
Was he from one of the ones from Evansville?
He came down from Bowling Green, but we went to school with him at Central.
Wasn't he doing doubles with
Xenoshank? That's his brother.
Yeah. Oh, that's his brother. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
So he's from this region? He's not
Yeah.
from? Okay.
Yeah, he went to Central with us.
Oh, and then right after I beat him, I went up against Xenoshank. Y'all remember how that went last time?
Oh, snap. Give us... Go.
All right.
How'd it go? Oh, my God.
It was still very stressful.
Mm-hmm.
I did ultimately win 2-0, but that was by far... I mean, if you have a stock lead on him, it's still really stressful because Incineroar can do so much...
One kick out of nowhere.
Yeah. Incineroar can do so much damage. It's crazy. We put up a good fight, and I won. But they were both hard fight matches. And I hope he knows that I studied that matchup relentlessly.
Oh,
trying to do like everything I can there. And then it was, I guess,
Didn't you fight Blizza first, though?
Well, not according to this.
Yeah.
This says T-Bone versus Sexy Daddy. I
mean, even in the recording, you fought Blizza first, so something done.
What
goofed.
happened?
Really?
Wait, didn't I?
Yeah,
was he actual third place in?
No, he was actually third. No, Blizzard was technically third place. He was technically fourth place.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he
wasn't in that picture.
Yeah, because he didn't want to get up and take a picture.
Okay.
Oh, that was why.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
He was in the picture. His head was just in the background.
Okay.
Just like.
He needs I don't know.
But anyway.
Yeah, and our match, I thought I was beat. I was getting gimped on the ledge, basically. I didn't think I'd make it back. Somehow I did. And then
I went too low.
Yeah.
And I SD'd. And I went home and cried.
And for like further clarification, this is when the matches were rushed to one stock. So it was all riding on that one thing.
Yeah, so we had like 5 minutes left to do 3 matches. Yeah. Like
that was really unfortunate, but that's how that turned out. And then it was Blizza. And I will say, I think, even though it was one stock match, we put on a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
There was one point we hit each other in midair at really high damage percentages, and it does the kill cam, and we're both flying off, and we both make it back to the stage. I thought that was awesome. He said it was like a DBZ moment. And then TeaDude also said that later. So. And then it was the rematch with Crit, and I fell short. But even if I would have somehow pulled off that one stock win, I would have felt kind of,
Yeah.
It's hard to feel like I really earned that spot back in.
Yeah.
Do you think he'd probably go home and say the same thing of just being like, yeah, I probably would have won, but they had to rush the last bit, so...
Well, I mean, if he did say that, I would agree with him.
Yeah, I mean, like, it ruins credibility a little bit.
Yeah, it really does. He ended up complimenting both you, Blizza, and Sexy Daddy here, like, saying, like, he went up there and talking about how they got really good DDD, like a really good Kirby, and a really good Wario down here.
That's me.
Yeah, you haven't heard it yet because we're actually recording it the day after. So the day after.
Magic, man.
We're in the magic, but he's gonna be unaware of what he said. At least he knows now. Ruin the magic.
I told him to listen whenever it gets thrown up.
Yeah, I already told him to.
So who next needs a
TeaDude?
T guy, read your phone.
Well, it's actually Sexy Daddy's phone because he pulled up the rankings for us, but mine weren't too memorable, I'd say. I know my first match was against Tedder, and then I don't really remember who he played in his first match. I can't remember if it was Inkling or Pikachu. Might have been Pikachu. But did really good in that match. And then in the second match, he did something really cool where he ended up... he chained like 5 Alolan whips together, and I did not know what to do. And then he even himself was just like, that move's really abusable. And I was like, yeah, well, I mean, it's doing its job, so that's cool. But then I came out on top on that one. And then the second match I had was against Booterbean. And Booterbean put up he's a younger kid, and he had a very unique control set.
How so?
He changed his controls on his... I think he was using the Pro Controller. And then he changed both of his jumps to special on his X and Y were set as special. He took regular attack off of his button and put it on a trigger. And then during the fight, he played as Little Mac twice, and he kind of SD'd like at least once in both fights by doing the forward special that Little Mac has. Which, I mean, like, I personally think that move should get buffed anyway, because everyone that has a side special that lunges them forward, they can either do it again after they get hit, or they can do it more than once anyway. And for some reason, Little Mac can't. So if you like,
I fast fall to my death.
Yeah, if he gets hit, if he gets hit out of his side B and he hasn't landed yet, he doesn't get it back. And that's the only character I think that's like that. But anyway, next match I had was against Blizza. It went the same way that it went last month. He did give me a lot of compliments though this time, because I tried to get him with it wasn't like recorded or anything, but I did the classic like Poison Cloud and then hid behind it while I charged up my down B. And then he was like, "Oh, that's crafty," because I think I got it with him, or I got him with it, and then but he 2-0'd me, and then when I got sent to losers bracket, I went up against Silent Lee, who I think Silent Lee is Booterbean's dad, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
Is it not?
No, Booterbean is
Well, who did I fight then? Hold on.
No. Booterbean is the librarian coordinator's son.
Oh, okay.
And who you're thinking his son is Infestation. That is
okay.
Silent Lee's son. That's
I just remember,
Jacob.
Yeah, I remembered Silent Lee like hanging around a lot during the Booterbean fight, so I thought that was his dad or something.
No.
Silent Lee started as Snake and actually did some pretty cool stuff. He ended up regretting it, like, at the end. That's what he said, is that he said he shouldn't have started as Snake. But he did end up chaining a up smash into another up smash, and both of them hit me, and I thought that was pretty cool. After the first match that I won, he switched to Pikachu, and then he's a pretty good Pikachu, and then he ended up doing a little better, and I think that's what got him to say that he thought that he should have just stuck with Pikachu. He shouldn't have went to Snake. But then the next match is where I got knocked out, where against Istimo, and then he stayed as Donkey Kong through both of our fights, and he ended up 2-0 and me. One thing that I noticed I was really bad at during the fights was he always would recover low. He wouldn't really struggle to get back onto the stage. He would always just kind of dip and go for a ledge grab. And I kind of noticed that too late, so I wasn't punishing him for it. But we ended up, me, him, and his little brother ended up playing some friendlies later on that day. And he's pretty cool. He's got some good strategies. And then I ended up talking to him about his next fight, because if I had won that Istimo fight, I would have went up against T-Bone, and I did not want to do that. So I'm kind of glad I lost that fight, and I ended up telling Istimo about it later on, and he was like, "I totally understand that," because it stressed him out too. So
I guess that makes me feel better about losing to Tyler. So if I lost to like some like little kid for grand finals or whatever, I would have been like, ugh. But like fighting Tyler, like that might have been how it turned out. Anyway, so, like, in the last tournament, I feel like I got really far because I fought, like, a lot of little kids. So, to make up for that, this time I fought Blizza for my first match.
That's a rough draw.
he's got the same curse as me from last month.
That's a very rough draw.
Blizza's, like, what he's really good at is he's just played the game, I feel like, more than anyone. He's done like 2,000 matches or something online.
He's probably 3,000 now.
And like I play the game a lot.
Those are offline games. He had over 2,000 on online also.
Oh jeez.
Just like
So he knows so much about Smash. Like quite a lot. And something that he kept doing was with DDD, I have to recover low. And like while DDD's in the animation where he's ducking down and going up, he doesn't have the super armor yet, and he knew to run down there and down air, and like basically spike me, and like that got me like 3 or 4 times. It was crazy.
That was one of my favorite matches to watch on the tournament.
Oh really?
Like later on, yeah, that was insane.
It was. But like the thing about Jeremy is that like even though you like might get bodied by him, he's like the sweetest guy. Like he'll be like, "Oh, that was so hard. You're doing really good." It's like he says like stuff like that, and I'm like, "Oh man, you're the best." But yeah, he does end up beating me. So I go to losers bracket, but being in losers bracket does take a little bit of the pressure off because like, you know.
I feel like it puts more pressure on.
Yeah.
Because then it's like if you lose the fight, you're completely out of the tournament.
Don't
If
have that
I
extra life
die in
anymore.
the game.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good point. I always feel like I'm not fighting like the super good people.
Yeah, me and Tyler, when we were playing the doubles, I did not feel pressure from losing our first winners. I felt pressure when we were losing our losers fight.
Yeah. Then in losers, I fought probably the best one, probably better than Tyler, Booterbean. He was crazy.
He climbed back up to the top.
TeaDude mentioned his controls. For me, he did like the complete opposite. He literally just pulls up the control menu, and he's like talking to me and like just messing around. Like
That's how good he is.
He's so powerful. He doesn't even need to know what he's playing with.
I changed all the shields.
I mean, there was some things that didn't even have buttons for. Like, he was going nuts. Yeah, and that fight was really, really hard. I can't believe I won, to be honest. I actually probably shouldn't say this, but I actually unplugged his controller so I would win. Anyway,
You're gonna get banned.
The next person I fought was a Pac-Man player named Wooktent. He was like, I don't really see a lot of Pac-Mans besides my friend in Colorado, but he was really good, and like he had a lot of nice things to say about my DDD, and I think me and him fighting like helped both of us. Like we both talked about things we need to work on and stuff. But then after that, I went back on the stream and I fought Temp, which was one of the people from Evansville, and he was really, really good. That was like a super close match. Like I can't remember who he played for the first match, but his Ness was like all over me.
He was in center our first match.
Yeah, and then he ended up switching it. That was around the time that Joe Marvel tried to call my phone.
Really?
Yeah, remember I said it out loud and you were like, is he really? It must be because I don't have my phone. And then, yeah, so.
What was it? Did you ever answer?
No, because we were busy.
That's funny. But yeah, we fight and it was like super tight. I mean, Incineroars are pretty easy to fight with DDD, but even like his was like all over me. But yeah, when he switched to Net, and then like he goes Ness, and then he goes Lucas. It's like I can't predict this guy. That was definitely one of the closest matches I had at the tournament, especially in like losers bracket. Like we both were like, that was a losers match, and that was so intense. Were you gonna say something, Wesley?
Oh, I was just gonna say you just played Lucas for me.
Oh, you only played Lucas?
Yeah.
Man, he's good at picking different characters. Then I fought the Luigi.
You fought Jordan?
Mm-hmm. He's really nice. I haven't really seen a lot of Luigi's, but I sadly did get him with the suck and cuck, and with Luigi, there's nothing he can do. I think I got him with it once or twice. And that was when we I think we could only do one match. So it was only one match to determine who won. Then I fought Eyebrows, and he was really cool. It's Brad's little cousin. He uses that side B a lot, but it's like impossible to punish. Like you would think it'd be super easy to punish, but like my forward tilt doesn't come out. I can't grab him because he's too far away. I was like really struggling to find someone. Oh, it's his nephew. Sorry, that just popped in my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to fight Eyebrows more because we only got to do like that one match.
He actually ended up joining the Discord for the TeaDude fan club.
Yeah, you gotta put that back in the description too.
We don't need to plug it again, but
Yeah, you do.
Plug it all day, every day.
Then I fought Pank, and I was really intimidated because he's a King K roll, and I usually lose to those. But I did pretty successful, considering my track record with K rolls. And then I fought T-Bone, and Wesley, do you wanna? I don't want to talk about it.
You want to talk about Evo? Oh, okay. Well, my first match I went up against Temp, and he played Lucas, and I felt pretty good because he's one of those Evansville guys that came down, and I think the first game I still had 2 stocks, and the second game I had 2 stocks still, and I just played my Wolf. He played Lucas both games, and I was feeling pretty good about that. Then the next game I faced against Sage, which was Mystic's little brother.
Mm-hmm.
And first game he whips out a can't remember. It's not even in the recording either because that's whenever Crit had problems with my booth, like sort of
really
looking around. But second game he did play Cloud, and he just kind of failed to recover. This is a big thing. I guess he hasn't played as much, but he showed it. He really liked the game, and it was cool seeing him out there and playing. But the next game I went up against Crit, and when the game started, my controller was not synced properly. Everything was so it wasn't responsive at all on the slightest. And then, so I was already down a stock because I couldn't do anything.
What was wrong with your controller?
Sometimes whenever you plug up a game controller to these adapters, they don't sync up right. It's like the same way if you plug up your Switch Pro controller. Sometimes it doesn't feel like your actions are going in. It's because it's not synced in correctly. Sometimes you got to resync it. So I had to unplug my controller, replug it in, and you'll see it in the recording. I had to do that. So I was already down a stock, and I think I took 1 stock off him then. And then the next game, I think I took 1 stock off him, but I did SD. I don't know. I feel like if I feel like I knew the matchups against Inkling better, I would have done better overall. But I don't play against Inklings much.
Same.
Like, I think I do good against some of the people that they stick with their mains and eventually kind of learn their play style more. I haven't played against you, Tyler, against you that much, but I feel like I do better once I know people better. But then I went on to face Infestation, which he played Piranha Plant, so I know Piranha Plant. So
I didn't know there was another Piranha Plant there.
I already faced Jacob's Piranha Plant before too. When I went over to Lee's house, and I played because that's his son, and I played a good bit against him. I managed to get 2-0 against him. He really knows some sweet combos of Piranha Plant. I would have you two talk to each other, P plant to P plant. Trade some combos ideas. But the next match went on to I faced Eyebrows, and he got me the first game.
Is he spamming those side Bs?
Spamming the side Bs. I don't know how I got hit by so many of them.
I know. I thought the same thing.
It's a strong combo starter.
I'm like, why am I letting this hit me? Like, the next game I got it, and then the last game I SD'd the first stock. Like, I was trying to snap to ledge and I missed. I some reason undershot it and I went underneath the stage and I just died. So I was already down a stock. I managed to get him down to 1 stock, but I feel like if I had that extra stock, I think I would have got it. But it's all he said.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're not 100% sure if you would have got it or not. But I feel like I should have punished his stuff more. I feel like he didn't throw out any aerial combos with Roy, which is what the what Roy's do.
The tournament we had before this one, I was worried he was going to knock me out. He took a game on me.
Did he?
Yeah. And then I won the next two, but I had to adapt, and I got him with the control, or the command grab a lot, and that helped me a lot. He tried to counter a lot of stuff, and that's,
His, yeah, he's a really good point on those counters and the side Bs.
Oh, yeah,
those side Bs are hitting me so often. I'm like, how are these hitting me? Why am I not doing anything about
Our
it?
first game at that last tournament, he countered a full charge waft, and that was like, oh my God.
Really?
Dude, no.
You know what's going to be... It's going to be sick once he learns how to do a lot of aerial combos. Because that's one thing I didn't see him do was aerials. And if he gets that down, he already knows how to use that counter really efficiently, and he already knows when to hit those side Bs. He caught me with one stock by surprise, because I didn't know whenever you're charging Roy, you can turn your B.
Yeah.
He got me one time like that. So
That's one of those like one-time cheese kills. Like you can only do it once
Yeah.
for people that don't know the matchup.
Yeah.
What I really like about Eyebrows is his character loyalty. Like that guy loves Roy.
Beyond character loyalty myself, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I've been sticking with Wolf pretty much the whole time. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had. All my matches there, because I lost to Eyebrows. It was 2-1 Eyebrows.
Well, now we got done with singles. I don't know how you boys did. We don't have to go in depth, but I want to know how you guys did with doubles, because I know you boys teamed up.
I was about to say, yeah, let's just skip the first match we had, I guess. Cause,
What happened? Oh, well, yeah, I want to talk about that. So I teamed up with my partner, Lillian, and their strategy was leapfrog, which is being King DDD and go for a spamming copy. And it was very funny. It wasn't.
You got us with that a lot. It worked a lot more than it should have.
It wasn't very good.
It was fun to like commentate a little bit about it though. Like while we were playing, and I was talking to Lillian about how like she kept getting me with it because I had no idea what to do sometimes about it. Because the one time I tried to like punish for it, elongated neck, just gets crumbled into the dirt, and then I take the rest of the hit.
It was a really fun match. I think of all the doubles matches out there, you could tell that everyone was having fun.
Yeah.
That I think doubles like definitely takes off the pressure of more serious singles.
Well, we'll get more on that later.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think yeah. But real quick, me and Lillian's team name was DDDDDD because we were both DDD. But yeah, we fought you guys. What was your team name?
Bone Dudes.
Bone Dudes.
We couldn't decide between TNT or Bone Dudes
Should've been
because
TNT.
both of them sound really cool. So
I like Bone Dudes.
we might end up switching it. We don't know.
Yeah, we're not really like 100% committed.
Okay, well, after you guys totally destroyed me, what happened next?
It wasn't a totally destroying. It was.
I think actually like the match.
It was 2-1, wasn't it?
No, it was 2-0, but like it was like it did get to where it was just like Piranha Plant and DDD, like me and Timothy.
Yeah, at one point it was me.
I was like, I got this. I think I even said like, watch this, and then that's why I lost.
I've been telling Sexy Daddy that that's what he needs to stop doing because every time he's like, "Oh no, I got this. Check this out," and then the worst thing will happen.
I'm dead.
Just explodes on screen.
That did happen once. Thanks. So you guys fought the Crits team, Crit and I think it was Crit and Temp.
Did we fight them next? I thought we fought the. Wasn't the next person we fought like Pac-Man and somebody else?
I think that was after that.
Oh, okay.
That was.
This was, I think, our only duos match. It wasn't on stream.
Oh, okay, yeah. That one was rough.
Yeah, it was probably good. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's bad that we can't, rewatch it. And think about it.
All right, so y'all go buy $4,000 computers with capture cards and everything, and
okay.
you guys go ahead and.
Oh,
plug
we're
them up.
not.
No, we're not knocking it. I just mean like
That one was the one that we needed to learn from.
Yes.
Because Womi started as Inkling, And of course, like, Inkling was, even though he says it's just a work in progress, it was kind of the thing that he defaulted to the entire tournament. So he, like, did really good with Inkling that fight. And then he ended up, I noticed that he used his up smash a lot, so I, like, pulled Tyler over and was like, hey, he tends to, you know, default to up smash. And then as soon as I say that, I don't know if he heard me or what, but he ended up switching to Pikachu. And then his Pikachu is, you know, a whole different can of worms, so
Yeah.
we ended up losing that one pretty hard. But it was like, oh, okay, well, you know, they just completely outrank us. We'll just do better in the losers bracket.
Crit did tell us that was the first time he switched off Inkling, though.
Oh, in the doubles?
Yeah.
Okay,
Do you think that's something you would do, Timothy? Because you have more than one main, and I honestly think your me brawler's not too bad.
Well, like, I just feel like all of them, like, fluctuate. I feel like I've got to work on different things with different characters. And,
Yeah.
I do want to learn, like, more tactics with Piranha Plant, really, before I end up, like, putting more time into a sub. But I do hope to have, like, a pocket pig, like everybody seems to have. Because if there's a bad matchup for Piranha Plant, I want to have somebody that maybe doesn't use, like, I know one person that I'm bad against as Piranha Plant is Bowser because of his tough guy. And then, like, Piranha Plant's got true combos with his jab, so I can't use that against Bowser. So I'd like to have somebody that hits a little harder with the jab or just has a different moveset entirely. But anywho, next fight was... Who was it?
That might have been the
yeah.
Woomy. No, not Woomy.
Wookadoodle
Okay.
was the team name, it looks like.
Wookadoodle.
That was Pac-Man and...
Dark Pit.
Pac-Man and Dark Pit, okay.
That was a Pac-Man I fought.
Yeah, I remember the Pac-Man doing some pretty cool stuff. Was that the guy that played Pac-Man in the singles?
I think so.
And
Whoa, what's going on here?
what
Oh, okay.
do you have any thoughts of that fight, Tyler? I don't really remember it too much.
I kept the Dark Pit on the ledge a lot. I remember that much. I think he even said something like, "Oh man, that edge guarding," but
Doesn't seem like Dark Pit has too much that he can do as to, like, Pit or Dark Pit don't really have too much that they can do to get on to the ledge again, just because their up B doesn't do any damage and it kind of has a lot of
It's
stall
definitely
to it.
very, very gimpable.
But I remember them being good. Like, I'm like, just because they weren't memorable to me doesn't mean that I'm running on 4 hours of sleep right now, so that's probably why. But I remember them being good. I remember it being a tough fight, but we 2-0'd that one. And then our next fight that we had was against Beans, which was Istimo and his little brother that had to be, like, I don't even remember how old he was. He had to be between, what, 6 and 8?
yeah, he was.
And he was really young, but he was a very talented Isabelle.
Yes, he was.
And then Istimo was already a challenge for both me and Tyler. So to fight them in doubles, I'm not gonna lie, like, I went into the fight thinking, like, okay, well, this is his younger brother, so really we just gotta take him out.
I felt
And
bad
then we're
about it.
gonna...
And then...
Oh, he mentioned it to me earlier that he noticed that that he was getting bullied, and, like, I mean, that's true, because that is kind of the best tactic, is just take out the weaker player so that he just burns through all the stocks. But then, like, he was a really good Isabelle. He put up a really good fight, and then I think we won. Didn't we win one fight?
We won one.
Yeah, we won the first one. And then they won the next two.
Yeah.
Mostly. Now I know I messed up the first one that we lost because I tried to style, honestly, and then
we both had
Tyler.
We had it down to just Istimo.
Yeah, and then Tyler had him in the chomp, and then I went in for a down B, thinking that, like, both of them would die. Ended up Tyler was the only one that died, and then Istimo stayed alive, and then he started chaining me in air combos, and
Really good Greninja. Just
Yeah, like I'm not used to Greninja at all. So he took us out of that fight. So then like I know I was shook up from that point, and I've went back and like thought about all the other stuff that I could do if we ever like do a team attack using Chomp.
Mm-hmm.
This time I promise I won't hit you.
It's fine. I mean, accidents do happen.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember anything from the second one?
I remember our bout after that. I lost a stock because I don't even remember what I tried to do. I think you were about to do a smash attack, and I clearly saw that you were doing one. For some reason, I thought I could chain attack.
Yeah, Isabel was coming back onto the ledge, and then I was doing a forward smash. And then I think you, when we were talking about it later, didn't you say that you like jumped in and you were just doing like Wario's little baby kick?
Yeah, Wario's little baby, his forward air, little baby kick. It has its purposes, but that was not a good time to use it.
So I ended up killing both Isabel and taking Tyler's stock. But
So, how much did you guys practice for this tournament? Like, as far as singles and doubles, how much did you guys practice?
we practiced like once a week when we had time to. But we practiced online in arenas where we were able to, I talked about this last time I was on the podcast, where you can set up the rules on an arena so that it can have team attack on. And we were doing that, but like it has been kind of discouraging the last couple times that we've done it. We had one really long one going until like 4 a.m. or 5 even.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how late it got, but it had to be at least 5. Between us and a team that was pretty good, and like they did crazy stuff, which was Ganondorf and Bayonetta, which I feel like the aesthetic was really good to the teammate. But one thing that was really neat is like Ganondorf would go for the kill confirms, but would sometimes kill Bayonetta in the process. So like they kind of won like half their matches. And then, like, the ones that they lost was because Bayonetta just jumped into Ganondorf. Or just Ganondorf just did a very badly placed smash. And it was... So that was just... Those matches were fun to watch. But one thing that was aggravating is that the other team that ended up dominating by the end of the night was 2 Zeldas that would spam all of their specials. Like, all of them. Like, they would use the little explosive fire. Was it Din's Fire? Mm-hmm. And then they would use the Phantom Knight over and over and over again. And then
teleport to kill.
Yep, teleport to kill. It got really discouraging because it got to the point that not even the Ganondorf and the Bayonetta could beat them anymore. And they just stayed in the ring for what seemed like the last hour. And then from that, I didn't feel too good. But like...
There was a funny story with that.
I know, I got a funny story with it too, that... Right after that, when you were leaving my house and I was just like, I'm going to play a couple singles, I ended up saving a replay that I'm going to have to end up showing you where, like, the first person I fought was a Yoshi and I 3-stocked him in, like, 16 seconds, which was, not 16 seconds, I'm sorry. Like, within, like, what was it? I think it would be, like, 46 seconds. It was pretty good, because, I got him with his last life by him trying to recover. And I bounced the Patui off the side of the stage. And then ended up just knocking him too far to recover. And then I was like, dang, like, this kid's probably thinking I'm a pro. And like, I'm totally not.
Remember spectating that room with the 2 Zeldas. There was this guy that came on there named Sway.
Oh my god.
What was his name?
You say you're better with stories, you say.
Oh, well, thank you. Oh gosh, okay. So I like what you said though. I like what Tyler said, because Tyler said it was the ultimate revenge, because it truly was. Okay, so with the 2 Zeldas, they were fighting this guy that was Sway, and then he ended up getting just randomly teamed up with was it Gay Boy was the online name?
Wii Fit trainer.
It was a Wii Fit trainer named Gay Boy.
We had one at the tournament too. I don't know who.
It probably wasn't the same guy, but it would have been funny. Yeah, we should have asked him. But what happened was Gay Boy and Sway had been teamed up before, and they were supposed to team up again. So then the two Zeldas choose blue as their color, and then Game Boy goes to red, and everybody clears in, and then somehow Namasway like flips his on the last second to where he's the blue team. So now it's 3 on blue and 1 on red. But then as soon as the match starts, none of the Zeldas will touch Game Boy because they'll just taunt with him and like wave. Because they're, you know, showing that it's just like, oh, we know you were done dirty. So then they go to kill Namasway because Team Attack's on. They completely destroy Namasway while Game Boy's just letting all this happen. And then, like, finally, like, Namasway gets all their lives taken away. And then the two Zeldas and the Wii Fit Trainer are having their little powwow, doing their taunts and stuff. And because it's like, yeah, we're gonna taunt on Namasway for doing you dirty like that, and then all of a sudden you hear restocked, and then Namasway starts jumping in and suiciding and taking stocks away from the Zeldas. And so it's like, you're gonna talk bad.
That's sick.
You're gonna talk bad about me. I'm gonna come in and break you from the inside. Oh my god! And Joe is once again calling us during like some kind of broadcast.
Oh, hey, man. Joe.
Hey, Drew. What are you doing?
We're recording a podcast. You got any anything you want to say?
I'm the best PK role player ever.
Oh, snap!
Shots fired, Payne.
Oh,
you might have some things to say about that.
Holy cow. Well, we're gonna upload this and tell Pank, so you better watch out next time.
We're not gonna restart the whole recording.
Yeah. Alright, see ya. So I got a question for you boys.
Okay.
When it's like two, like you two, and then there's like one person left, do you have like a strat to like style on the opponent, you know, really send him a message home?
I think we kind of just like without really even talking about it, we just kind of like if one person's going for him and they start to kind of pull away and get back into neutral, we'll kind of swap out. Because I noticed that is one thing that we've been good about lately is that we don't normally walk on each other. It'll just like someone's in, someone's holding back, and then eventually like that person will pull out and the other person will jump in. So normally we were really good about that. I think the only time that it got messed up was the time that I was trying to kill both Tyler and Istimo in the same hit. And then, because I was just like, you know, I felt it was a kill confirm, but I obviously don't know my Greninja matchup, so.
We needed to, those wins really boosted our confidence, I think, because like we said, those online matches were pretty brutal. We barely got any wins in, and then we go to this thing, and we have a tough match with Drew and his girlfriend, who just literally picked up the character that day, right?
Yeah, yeah,
but
Lillian doesn't know too much about Smash.
We actually, the fact that we didn't do awful against the Woomy team, Woomy OO, that, I mean, I knew we wouldn't win that one, but we did all right, considering. And I think that helped our confidence going to our losers matches.
It definitely did feel better than the online matches we were doing.
Yes.
Because the online matches were starting to get us to kind of rethink what characters would go well together. Because we were going to do let's just play our mains the same way that everybody else did. But then we were seeing actual good matchups online where they had really good character synergy. So we started looking for character synergy at one point. And I think the only one that ever happened that was... We did have Mario and Wario that I mentioned in the last podcast I was on, where that was kind of our go-to at first, but we had only played computers. And it turns out like that team doesn't work at all outside of computers because then they know how to gimp you now. And then... But as far as the online matches go, one that we had that was pretty memorable was just that for one match we did, or it might have been for two. we did Bowser and Bowser Jr.
Oh yeah.
And that was just fun because of the characters.
I like that.
I don't even remember what I did, but I remember doing something where like it was kind of an impressive start, and then like you were just like, I'm proud of you, son.
That's awesome.
Good job.
Yeah.
Be proud.
With me and Joe, we got this thing where if he's either K. Rool or Inkling, I think I've said this before, but like basically he buries him, I pull out my jet hammer, and smack a fool.
When we were at your house one time, I remember when it was me and Wesley versus you and Joe. One thing that I feel like Joe takes a hold of the psychological part of the team game is that Joe will kind of gloat for things he hasn't even done. And that was really getting to me at one point, because like he would just like barely like I would be at high damage because I'm just going toe to toe with Drew the whole time, and then I get hit too far back, and then Joe just pulls something out of his butt, and then he's just like, oh, you didn't expect me, huh?
We did some cool stuff.
Yeah, me and you. Yeah, we were.
Like, you knocked him flying my way, and I popped up into like a back air. Just like.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't even know what Joe was thinking he was doing, but I definitely didn't see it, and it was just like.
Dude, I gotta get Joe to do some more of those mind games.
Yeah, it was working for a second.
So, any more on your doubles?
We're gonna come back even stronger.
I think
we do pretty well with, like, honestly, we don't even communicate that much in a match, and we somehow manage to do well despite of that, but we could probably work on communication. We were talking about, like, keywords. Oh, maybe we shouldn't get all into this, because then everyone's gonna know.
No, well, I mean,
we were discussing, we will say enough that we were, like, discussing keywords before. A couple of them are just kind of, like...
Peaches.
Like, they're... I was thinking that the ones that we were discussing are just, like... It's not like we're getting punished too much if we don't remember them.
True.
I feel like one thing we could do is that, we could... I noticed that when either one of us is about to hit the other player, we kind of make the same kind of, like... noise, because we'll be like, oh, so maybe instead of that we should just like learn each other's vocal sounds and just be like, oh, I'm about to get hit by my teammate, we
just sound like a bunch of cavemen, but we're
you guys are the bone dudes.
Oh yeah, rattling them bones, defeating them dinosaurs.
I think you guys as far as I know, you guys have the most practice in doubles.
Hey, if you want to hear a trivia, speaking of cavemen, you ever think about how cavemen are like the world's first poacher? Mm-hmm. Since, where's all the dinosaurs? It's like the white rhino. It's like it's going extinct because of all the poaching. What happened to the dinosaurs? Had to be the cavemen.
It makes sense.
Put them in jail.
Yeah. They should definitely do that with those damn cavemen.
Sorry I derailed like that. At least it wasn't about Porky.
I mean, we were pretty much done.
Keep talking about Porky, huh?
I mean, I could talk about many things. You ever think about how like a booty call and a butt dial is the same thing?
Oh, hold on.
Hey,
man.
I did some doubles too, guys.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You did some doubles. How did that go?
Well, see, I wasn't gonna do doubles, and then I looked at one of my commentating partners, Jordan, and it's like, do you want to do doubles? Sure. We're the Badfellas. It's like we're running. It's just like we end up facing first round against the Destroyers. It was Butterbean and this other kid. I don't remember what his name is, unfortunately. We end up beating them, and then we end up facing Jeremy and Pank. Oh, no.
Were they the team losers? Was that what they were?
Yeah, the
Why
losers.
Did they go by that? They were.
They had good names. Well, we were giving them good names, and they were declining them.
I mean, they're both pretty solid players, so I don't know why they would.
The losers. So they destroyed us, though. They were a really good synergy. Like, see, Jordan and I, we never really played much with each other. We only played each other very limited amounts, so we don't know much about each other's play styles. And so that game didn't really work out as well. And then we ended up facing the Tedders, which game 1 we won pretty good, I think, because we were starting to understand each other's play style a bit more. We understand what we go for. And we had some really sick play.
In there too?
Yeah, Wolf and Luigi. Our game 2, he ended up switching to Lucina, and we ended up rolling with he played Crom. He switched to Crom, and he's playing Crom, and we ended up losing that game because I don't know what happened. We just started falling apart. We started doing some SDs, and the next game we're like, we need to get our act together. We don't want to get knocked out yet, do we? So we got straightened up, and we had this really awesome play one time. We both kind of took both players off stage together, and then I did my side B, knocked both of them down, and he was thinking the same thing, so he took me down with him, so all 4 of us died at the same time. It was just like, we all just dead. So I just played Wolf the whole entire night. He's just my most comfortable character. I would like to play other characters, and I feel more comfortable with in competitive scene, but I just need to flesh out my other characters more. I love switching up, but I want to win. Wolf is my most comfortable pick, for sure. And then I face Lillian and Drew on King Dudes.
That was like probably the saltiest I've ever been from losing a match, because I was like, Wesley's gonna gloat about this, isn't he? Like I was really like trying hard near the end but Lillian like ST'd like
she kept taking all your stocks.
I think Lillian literally SD'd for like an entire set.
I think when we fought you guys, she might have SD'd once, but she was already at high
Yeah,
percent.
she was at absurd. It was like 150 or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
but whenever they did SD and like they didn't have any stocks left, I was always like, you gotta come back and like take my stock, because 2v1 is like really unfair. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
Like when if you have a stock lead, do you usually let Timothy take it?
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Sometimes I won't take it just because, like, depends really on the matchup. If
Yeah.
I feel like that Tyler's got this, and I feel like that, say it's the last, it's the last two, like, the other team, both their teammates are in, but they have one stock and they're both at moderate to high percent, and Tyler is at high percent but has another stock left.
And
I
a
wouldn't
loft,
take
maybe.
it. Yeah, I wouldn't want to take his stock because he can just come back with 0%, and then I'm sure before he even dies on the second stock, he can probably knock out one teammate and make it 1v1, and then he's got a whole other stock. I wouldn't want to take his second stock when he's at high damage, because that's pretty much just taking more than he can give out.
Tell you what, that game 1 we had, Drew, when you killed Jordan and it was just me versus you and Lillian, I was sweating bullets. Luckily Lillian was at high enough percent for me to just try to hit her with a smash attack on ledge, and I got her to just make it be me and you.
Oh, what happened?
And then I got him, but I don't remember how. Honestly, if it recorded, I could tell you. But then game 2,
I think maybe I'm thinking of a different match, but I think. Are you sure it was Lillian was the one you killed at ledge?
I did kill Lillian at ledge.
Okay, so it was me v you. Yeah, I guess I just goofed it, man. Sometimes you goof it.
Yeah, so you're supposed to kill me, Drew.
I was thinking of before that, I fought like 2 sword fighters, and like I died like really early, and Lillian had to defend me, and it was.
So y'all did all right in duo losers, or?
Yeah, we got to round 3. That's farther than I thought we would get. I mean, Lillian has not a lot of smashes.
Then after that match, we won the second match. I think we both stayed alive that time, and kind of took care of it.
Were you one of the teams that were left in like what happens now limbo near the end of the
Yeah.
tournament?
No, we were almost there. We lost in round 4 against Cool Cats, which is Xenoshinx and Neospawn.
Ooh.
That's a good name.
Yeah, they're
One's a wolf.
Yeah.
It's kind of like.
Yeah, they killed it together. I mean, brothers, they gotta know each other well, right?
They were both very good players.
Man, and they always have time to practice, because they just wake up.
No,
Hey.
no. He lives in Bowling Green. His brother. Neospawn lives in Bowling Green.
Speaking of that, though, when I played friendlies with Istimo and his little brother, that's actually what Istimo told me. It was that it's really easy for them to practice together because they'll just cross each other in the hallway and just be like, "You want to play Smash?" So
Dude, yeah.
That's so cool.
Can't wait till Ariel picks up more on the game. So I can just all the time be like, let's play Smash right now.
If you team up with your girl, you're still gonna just go by BadFellas as your team name.
Yes. Any name I'm on, it's BadFellas, sir. That is my name.
Bad Fella and Fella Easta.
Bad Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
That you're getting dangerously close with that name. Like,
I'm just saying, who's excited for crew battles? Who wants to do crew
I'm
battles?
excited.
Well,
Yes.
we are excited because I already got our team. We are the Butt Boys.
Yeah.
The name's a work in progress right now. But I already got the jerseys. So
How can you have the name be a work in progress?
You've had all the members in this podcast. Even the one that called it.
Yeah, he was here. He called.
So we're gonna be back when we win crew battle. We'll be back and to talk about our victory.
Yeah, man. I've already.
It's me, TeaDude, T-Bone, and Sonic Weed / Joe Marvel.
So, like, as soon as he brought us all together, Drew was the one that brought the whole team together.
Yep. So I'm the
and
team leader.
He was just like, "All right, I need you guys to be my crew."
So
and
who's
then,
the anchor?
And then
And who's
we
the
don't-
starter?
we
You're not
don't.
disclosing
We
this?
haven't. Yeah, we haven't finalized anything.
Well, we pretty much did
but
finalize it, but we
I
can't.
think they want me in the middle.
One thing that I said to Drew straight away was that, all right, we got to plan out a strategy because it seems like that if we keep our best player last and then have the other team have their best player first, there's a chance that the first player on the other team can body the entire other team, and then that leaves the best player that's on the last to end up just having to gauntlet through the entire thing, which is just, bad synergy. So, like, we need to come up with a game plan. So we started coming up with plans, which we cannot disclose at this moment.
Yeah, we aren't going to give away our info, but just to let you know, you guys got to look out for the Butt Boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at them butts.
Okay.
Or better yet, don't look at them
So,
butts. So
what I've
sleep
noticed-
on them butts.
What I've noticed a lot of strats that people do in crew battle is they have one of their midway good level players. They put them kind of in the beginning. So even if they go up against the best player, maybe they can take a couple stocks off to make it easier for their better player to show up. To maybe just 2-0 them real quick. Like just
Don't worry,
both the
Wesley.
stocks out.
We've thought of all this.
Dude, we
Like,
have thought of
Where
everything.
where is this plan? Where have you been not talking about
We
this?
can't tell you. This is...
This is private.
You guys
stuff.
talked about this not at all.
Yeah.
You're like, let's get a crew. So I'm looking for a crew team. So I don't know
This
who
is
that
some
would be.
high-level government type stuff.
Here, Wesley, I'll show you one thing. That's what our logo looks like.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
We might have to pull it up.
So you work?
Up
so
in the
you-
podcast.
It's a work in progress though.
You could snag crit and temp maybe, and then who knows?
oh yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll snag crit. I'll set. I'm gonna get Retro, Stardust, and Shake Zula.
I think you should get Booter Bean. You should get Booter Bean.
No.
Just get Tweak, Zero, and Armadon.
Guys, I got Tweak and Gluttony on my team. I had to get Wario and Wario.
Oh no.
I also got Zachary because he also plays Wario.
Oh, he does.
Oh, he does.
If I was a crew organizer, I would love to do that. Of just have a crew of 4 players that all play the same character,
Yes.
That would be so funny though.
and then call them like if it's it's Wario, just call them like the Warios.
the
'Cause
Waft
it's
Man.
literally the Wario.
The Waft.
Oh, the Waft Men. Yeah, because that was one of our work in progress names.
I love how instantly one of the first things we started doing was coming up with these amazing names.
Mhm.
Seriously, there's at least 20 in there.
Yeah, but I love to do crew battles. I've been watching a lot of crew battles lately, and they've been really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, there's one sitting on my TV right now is Melee versus Smash Community Crew. That's what they called it. And Zachary just finishes it off. That's Zachary's really good. 16-year-old wolf player from Japan. He also plays Wario. Pretty good player. Pretty insane. I think it's crazy how different Japan's competitive scene is from here. Greninja is number 2 as the best character in the game up there.
Well,
And Pac-Man's really high up there too.
Eastonall made me believe that Greninja is
Oh,
a
yeah.
really
Mhm.
solid character.
People
First
sleep on
Greninja.
him.
Yeah,
MK
I've
Leo
never
has been
played.
picking up and been playing
Oh.
Greninja more. He hadn't been playing him too much, and then all of a sudden he breaks out playing Greninja. But then MK Leo also switches characters every other week. Just He seems like he's always played a different character.
It's the Joe of competitive Smash.
Hey, I want to get that good though. I want to be able to like have a couple subs, like have a couple people in my pocket. One thing before we stray too far away that I want to make sure that we discussed is how I'm kind of glad that me and Tyler got eliminated from the doubles because our doubles didn't make it. We didn't have time, right?
Yeah, we didn't have time to finish doubles.
I don't know if we discussed that or not.
We had to cut doubles off because we were running out of time. Time is our biggest enemy this whole entire tournament, and it was kind of the problem last tournament too. But I don't know how much it would affect the results because Drew still kind of just he messed up. He's seen the shakes.
How many fights were left? I know that Beans was still in it.
I can just bring it up right now. I have it up here.
The Womi's team was still in it.
We needed the losers to fight the Cool Cats, and then we needed the losers to fight whoever won that fight right there to fight Woomy to determine who wins the whole thing.
So we had basically 2 more.
Yeah, we had 2 more.
Or 3.
We had 2 more.
Yeah, it does stink. But I mean, we learned do doubles first, then singles, and I'm sure if we did it that way, we would have had more time.
But if we also just have more hours, we can do stuff in, be better.
Yeah.
But
what's your? Sorry, you go.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Well, I was about to transition to the Amiibo tournament.
Oh, okay. So, Wesley, give us a preview of some of the places you've hit up.
What? That's
I don't know. That's why I wanted you to
go.
I've been contacting Brothers Barbecue. They have a room that contains up to 50 people, but that's pushing it really. But they also have another room that holds up to 8 people, which I'm thinking we could put the main setup in there. We buy both those rooms. We could do $150. We do a $3 buy-in, and we can basically cover the room for 30 people or so, and then we can have some small of a prize pool. But we have that 8-person room to have one of the main setup in there, and we also have the commentator booth, so it's a lot quieter. It won't be as bad for everyone in general, and the other room will have all the other setups which you can manage to put up there. They already have 2 giant TVs in there too.
I know a lot of people that want to, that have opinions on it. I was hearing a lot of people ask, why do we not use the community college? I don't know if you can rent them out. I don't know personally. It's just what other people have been telling me.
There are some large rooms in there.
Yeah, they do have large.
I've contacted the fairgrounds. That's $800 for that room. No.
Oh
no.
Whoa.
We don't have that many people.
Whoa. Shoot.
Yeah, I went through calling them. It's funny. Even the woman I talked to, she's like, "Yeah, I would go to other places." And then she was interested because her kids apparently play Smash. I'm like, "You guys, you join our community. We host tournaments monthly." So, but yeah, I'm still trying to find a better play. Not that there's any problem with the library. There wasn't really anything problem with the library. The only problem I do have is the time, because I wish we didn't. It wasn't. We only had really 5 hours. There's no way everyone's gonna come out and meet us there at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's just too unreasonable there.
I mean, I was already getting up at 11:35
but we also
before.
Yeah, we were.
So
I was like, man, is Timothy even gonna be here?
Yeah.
And also,
when I work late shifts, it's kind of what I got to do. But...
Also, we had people that drove an hour to get down here.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've maybe made it 30 minutes late even. So we did start 30 minutes late, but we still would have been pushing it. Even if we started on time.
What were you saying about Amiibos, Timothy?
Oh, yeah. If you still had more to say about the crew battle, we could stay on the crew battle. But I was just going to transition it to the Amiibo fights. So, from what I'm told of our Amiibo fights, we are using stats and perks to them, right? It's not just raw training.
Spirits.
Yeah, spirits.
I have no idea. I haven't decided that. That's
sure.
Amiibos isn't my thing really.
I would
want to do a random versus tournament. That'd be great.
That would be
that
cool.
Would also be fun.
I think random versus would be so fun. I think for the Amiibo fight, I mean, because it's not very serious and no one really gets upset. I think we should do the built-in tournament, so it would be single elimination, 1 fights. But that way it wouldn't go on forever.
Oh, I could see how that would work too, because you could just go ahead and plug in the Amiibo, and then just pretty much that whole TV will run itself
Mm-hmm.
while like everyone else like moves away from it.
And then we would save the last 2 Amiibos for the stream.
Yeah.
And that could be best of 3. I mean, it still worked. Still thinking about it, but I think like single elimination for Amiibos would be good because you don't want to spend like 8 hours watching CPUs.
Yeah, for real.
The only thing about the Amiibos going into the actual built-in tournament mode is that for those who don't want their Amiibo to learn from the last match they played in the tournament, they're going to have to. Because it doesn't...
There's that option in Amiibo where you can
you're right. Yeah, so then you
I'd recommend that everyone does that.
Yeah.
Also, I was thinking, I mean, we're kind of brainstorming here, but I was thinking 1 Amiibo per person.
Mm-hmm.
So Joe doesn't come with all his Amiibos.
I was thinking of 2, but I could totally understand why you say 1, just because like there's going to be people that have 1, and then there's going to be people that have 14. So yeah, just to go ahead.
And it wouldn't be
You guys
fun.
have like 30?
It wouldn't.
Well, I only have like 2 trained up, but I can see what he's talking about, where people just churn out Amiibos like crazy. And
it would stink if like both your Amiibos like have to fight each other too.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if you put like 30 Amiibos in. Just like, the
there's,
chances of winning's pretty high here.
I think there's a cap with the built-in tournament thing to like 32, so it wouldn't get too crazy. But yeah, I'm hyped for Amiibo, especially since it's only gonna take 1 setup and it won't be too long. The only thing is like, it will be a little tricky, like figuring out how we would do it and making sure no one loses their figure.
That's true.
Oh,
Well,
if you just scan it in and
yeah.
then just give the back to the person.
Yeah,
That's
if we
true.
do the built-in tournament mode, when you're first starting it up, everyone that wants to compete has to scan it in, and then after that it runs itself.
Mm-hmm.
Because after that you can shovel them all, and then you can have them all fight, and then it'll remember all of them. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much just like 1 scan, and then everybody takes their Amiibos back.
Yeah, we're not trying to remember anything. So
Yeah.
I mean, if it'll be like the remember the ask thing is like, do you want us to remember all this? Is like just
Nope.
No, I mean,
And there's always like Dinker, for instance. He does like custom Amiibo paint jobs kind of sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he has a peach one he gave me to possibly use as a prize for something. Maybe we can use it for a prize for the Amiibo tournament.
That'd be
The
fitting.
pink,
You
the
win an
gold
Amiibo.
peach.
Yeah, golden peach.
Yeah, it's not pink gold peach; it's just the golden one. It's got like a bronze color to it, really. But oh heck yeah, though I don't have a peach yet.
Oh, there we go. That's what I'll use for the Amiibo tournament.
I'm gonna have to figure out which one of my Amiibos
There you
is
go,
the
Brad.
best Amiibo. We're gonna have to do some mock-up battles later.
We really
too.
do need to get our Amiibos going.
Yeah, you
Also
really
need to get the
to
GameCube
your
controller
DVDs.
adapter. he
Oh,
left.
yeah.
He left his GameCube controller adapter.
Oh no, wait.
I have it here, so
I could probably just take that to him sometime. I'll probably be at his house eventually. Get some practice in on Smash Bros.
Oh, who's that? Dinker left his.
Yeah.
yeah.
And tell him about the Amiibo stuff too.
Yeah.
Get him going. Takes a while to get all your Amiibos trained. But all right. Pretty sure we've talked about everything.
Yeah. If anybody in the Madisonville area can think of venues we can go to, message me on the email at therealbadfellas.com. Well, not realbadfellas, realbadfellas@gmail.com. Or you can message me on Facebook, Wesley Heeman, and just let me know, because I'm trying to find the best venue you can possibly find with good hours, reasonably priced, not $800 for a day. We're not some big convention. Just
The winner doesn't have to help pay for it.
yes.
That'd be the worst prize. It should be the person that loses. Like the worst.
Yeah, I was about to say, worst
feel like-
prize would be first place pays for it.
I've been shooting some ideas by Drew today, like possible ideas and things we can do. Like I was talking about maybe doing a roast. Like we use that conference room. It'd have like a miniature tournament and have like a roast go on there too. We do a roast and then we do a tournament, and whoever maybe wins it doesn't have to pay for their food, or I don't know, just like.
That'd be crazy.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know if I could.
Does whoever
Roast.
wins get roasted? I don't know.
I guess he would compete too. Because it's like an 8-person room, so one person will be roasted, and then 7 other people could roast them. Or, you know, we can always have people act like professional players, like Leffen. I got my left hats, you know.
I would be Zero or Sam Sora.
Want to see pull off Sam Sora?
I love that guy. He's the cutest guy.
You get a color swap too. Can't change skin.
A big Lutiny.
What about you?
I mean, close to it.
I have actually been trying to pocket Young Link before even realizing, oh, that's what Tweak does.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Tweak.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a TSM, like, blonde-haired kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say kid, but he's older than me. But, you know, you get what I'm saying. He looks young. Just...
He does.
You having fun there, Drew? Poking the mic stand.
Mm-hmm.
The arm. Well, so is there anything else you'd like to add? Do you want to mention your Discord server?
Oh no, I don't have to plug it.
You already did.
I mean, the TeaDude fan club is alive and well, guys. You thought that was a joke, but no, it's real, and we've got very dedicated members.
Until I was invited to it.
Yeah, we have one of our channels where you can ask me any kind of question you would like. It doesn't even have to be about Smash Brothers. A lot of times it's not. But I will always come to you with the best possible answer I can give you. Drew's life has been enhanced tenfold by this channel. He really feels like that it's kept him going, you know. It's really helped him out in times of need, and it can you too. So
I really liked I asked like how I could win the tournament, and let me pull up exactly what you said.
Dude, I asked him a question earlier today, like, what time are you and Tyler available for the podcast?
Yeah, it can
tonight?
be.
And you're like,
simple.
I'm pretty much good until 10. I don't know about Tyler at He-Man KY. Just like,
I might have to join this thing. It made Drew's life better. It might make mine better. I don't know.
You know, I know you've been really down lately. Maybe you need a little tea in your life.
Yeah.
Little Timothy.
So I asked how to win the tournament, and TeaDude gave me this blessed advice. He said, well, you won the last one, so if you don't compete this time, you can't lose. That's good.
Yeah, he got exactly what he wanted to hear.
Yeah, that's why I didn't compete.
That's why. You didn't bring the belt, and they had to get an entirely new belt.
But yeah,
that's the TeaDude Discord. I guess we're going to plug it again. Like them, subscribe, all that kind of Discord stuff.
Like, subscribe, share.
Yeah.
Follow my Patreon where you donate for special emotes.
I'm also starting a Kickstarter, which is me getting my life together. The goal is 1 million. We're hoping to reach it by tomorrow. So be sure to get on there and give me all that sweet money that I'm not making.
This isn't getting uploaded for a while, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh no, well,
you're not gonna be a millionaire.
Darn it! God, I was so close. We almost hit it. We just needed those couple extra.
I probably
dollars,
will
guys.
make a Patreon for BadFellas eventually. I just haven't done it yet. But that's if anybody wants to donate. I'm not forcing anybody to. But that's just purely for a savings account to eventually one day own a building maybe and have a designated place to do it.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, it's very possible. It's like if Evansville Esports can do it, we can do it too.
And I feel like you've like if this is props hour, Wesley, I feel like you've come a long way with BadFellas. In a podunk town that we have, such as Madisonville, you've really brought the Smash community together. So, from all of our hearts, thank you, Wesley.
Yeah, you don't hear that enough.
I never thought I'd see the day. Not saying that for you. I'm just saying like the Smash community in Madisonville never thought they'd come together.
Me too.
Like this.
Ever since I was a little kid, I wanted to play Smash like competitively, but there wasn't a scene here. So
same. Like
same.
I mean, I still have pretty crappy internet, so it's nice to be able to play competitively with people in my area.
And as far as Madisonville goes, I was a little surprised that we got a skate park. Because we got so many old fogies in this town that don't like anything new. So, like, they're going to be like, oh, skaters are just a bunch of ruffians. We don't want no skate park. But then they go to skate park.
What's
yeah.
up, son? I haven't skateboarded in like a year, though.
Dude, Wesley, that old concrete building, their company shut down. Maybe you could buy that for Badfellas. Buy that, like, little factory over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Old concrete.
It's like Ruby's Concrete or whatever.
I don't know. We don't have the funding for this right now, Drew.
On exit 116, I was hearing that the building that's behind the car lot was the building that our Walmart was moving to before it moved out of our town.
Mm-hmm.
But then they couldn't get it because something about the police department just weren't allowed to help if the Walmart was there. That was what was going around. But anyway, that's a big building. It's about the size of a normal Walmart. You should get that one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We can hold the biggest Smash Tourney.
Dude, wow. Look, how much is it? Just like $20?
I mean, it comes with
$40?
like a concrete factory.
You could probably just walk up in there. I'm pretty sure no one's been there in years.
Dude, sweet. What about electricity internet? Did they got that?
No. We'll have to get like 40 generators.
Jane.
That's where it's hey, patron though.
Patron.
Yeah. Building's free, generators aren't.
Yeah. Yeah, eventually one day we'd like to have a building. It doesn't have a place for it. I like to build it up like Evansville Esports built up theirs. That's probably the goal for
That'd be
this.
solid.
But it's a work in progress. Like every tournament will get better and better at running and going more efficient and everything. This is all the learning stages. This is only our second one.
Have you tracked the turnout on either one of them? Do you know exactly how many people showed up?
35 participants for the first one, 39 for the second one.
Okay, so it's just getting bigger. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
but the numbers of people, the players there was a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
Our first one we had a lot of little kids, a lot younger audience,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of those players didn't return for this one, and it was just a few little kids left, and then it was mainly more people coming from out of town, or more people that wasn't able to make it last time, or some people we didn't know about that show up and start playing.
Yeah.
So our audience changed, even though we had more, just like 4 more people. The for diversity of the people is a lot different.
Yeah. What's important is the word's getting out.
Yeah, the word's getting out. The people's there. I had messages from a decent amount of people that said they weren't able to make it. So I mean, 2 of the commentators backed out, had to back out last minute, but. I mean, I understand they had things they had to do, so...
You'd be surprised how good, it is that they check in like that.
Yeah.
Because, you can still account for some people, even though they might, message you and, get on your email and be like, hey, I would have showed up, but this happened. That means a lot because, that shows what your potential could be. Yeah.
Emerald said he was really wanting to go, but he wasn't able to get a transportation for it.
Was he the Ganon at the last time? Was he the guy I'm thinking of?
He, that was, I think you're thinking about Blue Diamond Shark.
Oh, okay.
That's the guy that knocked me down pretty good. And then I had, the biggest high in the world, because I was just, the match, I managed to, I got game 1, the game 2 was stupid close, and game 2, it ended with him killing me, with, 1 hit knocking me off. It was 2 hits. I was 20%, and then he hit me with the smash, and I went flying off stage, and I couldn't recover. I was only at 50%.
So neither one of them made it to this one?
No. Blue Diamond Shark or Red Diamond Shark didn't make it. Emerald didn't make it. ZB7, or there's a decent amount of them that didn't make it, that went last time. But, decent amount of them said they were still wanting to come. They just issues or transportation or something happened was going on that day, so they couldn't make it. It's understandable. Stuff happens. But we'll try to get them next time. We'll try to get everybody next time. I think it's only going to grow. Oh. I mean, we grew pretty good here, and judging how the Evansville people liked it down here, and they seem to enjoy it, and I talked good with Crit afterwards. We went to Discopos and talked and stuff, and he seems like he was really interested in competing more. He liked what we're trying to do down here, so I think it's only going to grow. It should only grow. Mm-hmm. Especially if we continue taking care of it, loving it how we are, and continue showing that we're actually working on it. Yeah. Not like Black Retribution, which was my favorite FPS shooter ever, that the community just all of a sudden, the developers of it all of a sudden just I'm not working on this game anymore.
Oh man, if we're derailing.
And then they cancel it. They
Shoot.
shut down the servers.
I hate when a game that's primary appeal is the online multiplayer. I hate when the community dies because then it's like why even have it? I know a couple games that are like that. I wouldn't want to derail too far, but
it wasn't. No. The reason why they died was the developers. They still had 200 players consistently playing. Like they were consistent. They loved the game. They would die for the game. Like I knew the thing. I played so much. My dad played a lot too. Like we knew everybody. I was like, oh hey, what's up, man? We knew everybody because we play the game so often. We knew everybody in the community. And the game died, which that's one of the games I really enjoyed playing on the computer. So, I mean, it happens. There's all kinds of games out there that's like that just dies.
Such a disconnect.
But yeah, it's off topic. But the game I really enjoyed. It all of a sudden died. But I feel like we're only gonna grow as a community.
Yeah,
we'll go stronger. We'll get bigger. Put on more weight. You know.
Maybe
may not be I get out chair. Maybe use a white game controller and eating with Doritos and ruining everything.
Then we'll be the big butt boys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, big bad fellas.
They will all have to mean more.
Oh no. Well, it's been real. It's been great. It's nice having you two on. You bone dudes. You T-Bone and T-Dude. Well, been He-Man.
I'm Drew, Sexy Daddy, Arnett.
TeaDude, aka Timothy.
Tyler. Wait a minute.
Tyler. Tyler.
Then this guy.
Also known as Timothy.
Yeah. Some people know me as my real name.
Anyway.
That's what it stands for, also known.
Okay. I'm Tyler, but also T-Bone, also T-Boner, also T-Wiener.
Ew,
Was there any other one? Was
They
there any
did
other
that? Nuh-uh.
Yes, you did, Drew.
Yes, you did.
Ew. That happened?
You can play like footage of it here and just